What's up, guys? It's Jack from GrowJack Outdoors, and today it's first thing in the morning, but I told you guys that we would pollinate some pumpkins, and this is what we're gonna do. We had a pumpkin bloom today right here, and I'll show you how to pollinate it. You can see the little pumpkin underneath that. So yeah, we're gonna self-pollinate it. So we'll take these flowers from these. We'll have to pick about 8 of these. So let's pull about 8 of these and lay them right over here. All right, we got about 8 flowers from this plant. And I thought I would explain why I'm doing this. This is so if I want to grow this plant again, it will have good genetics, and we know it's pumpkin genetics. Instead, the bees could take a wild gourd, and pollinate it, and that wouldn't be very good for the genetics. So now what we'll do is take the petals and peel all your petals off, just like that. You'll take this, like as a toothbrush, and just rub this around here. And you see all that nectar or pollen off of that? You want to rub all that onto your little lobes inside of there. So I'll do that with all 8 of these flowers, and then I'll see you guys when I'm done. Alright, we got all the flowers on there. Now what we'll want to do is close up this pumpkin, and we'll come over here to one of these twirly dills, and we'll try to tie. I don't think that one's long enough, so let's come over here. This one, just pull that off, and let me try to set you guys down where you can see me trying to tie it on. Alright, I think you guys can see the flower. Let's take all these petals, pull them all together. It took me a minute to get it, but I finally got it, and there's a hole in the leaf, so I kind of sewed that up. But the pumpkin's looking good so far. Probably weighs 2 ounces, but hopefully in a couple days this flower will die off and it will take. So I'll stay in tune with you. Today's actually the 4th of July weekend, so here in about few hours we're going to be heading out to the lake, I think. So I'll check in with you tomorrow and see how the pumpkin's doing. Alright guys, it's been 3 or 4 days. It's been over the 4th of July weekend, and we've been to the lake, we've been doing some stuff, popping fireworks, and I really haven't had much time to work in the garden. The garden has a bunch of weeds in it, but just ignore those, and we're going to do a garden update. The plants have made a lot of progress, so let's go over it. Alright, our first watermelon plant is doing good. It's starting to vine out. No watermelons that I can see. We had a watermelon over here last week. It's still right there. It fell off. It just fell off. It was rotten. So no watermelons yet. Looking good, looking good. No bugs. Those weeds are growing all up through there too. I need to take care of that. No bugs on that. This plant goes all the way over here. I need to start redirecting my vines because they're getting out of hand. Alright, third plant. Looking good. This one's a little bit smaller compared to the other ones, but it's starting to take off. Now over here, this is what I'm really excited about. This is our volunteer plant. This is starting to take off. It is probably 3 foot tall, or not tall, 3 foot long. It's going over here. Look at that thing. It's all caught up in grass. Let me pull some of this grass. There you go. You can see where that's coming up right by the shade cloth, growing onto it. It's looking really good, and I think we may grow I've searched and I couldn't find anybody else that's grown a giant watermelon off of a volunteer plant. So we'll have the world record volunteer giant watermelon in my books. I don't know if that's a factual statement, but yeah, we'll try. Let me know if you guys know anybody that's grown a giant watermelon off of a volunteer plant. So yeah. Alright, next plant. This is the 4th plant down the row. This one's looking good. I don't know why these vines keep getting wrapped up in each other. I need to do a better job at keeping them not wrapped up. But I move them apart and then they scrunch back up together. But oh, we got a watermelon right here. Look at that. Hopefully that'll grow. It's on the main vine too, it looks like. So yeah, that plant looks pretty good. Goes right out here. Looking good. This plant's kind of been the runt throughout all year, but it's starting to kind of grow. But yeah, now what you guys have been waiting for, the pumpkin plants. Now, these pumpkins, that leaf kind of got ate up. That happened a long time ago, but I've been keeping the bugs down. No bugs that I can see. This pumpkin, probably 10 foot long. No pumpkin on it right now, but there is a pumpkin down here, and I think we will pollinate that one. This one doesn't have any side vines, or one little one on that side. I think that's really weird, but again, ignore all the weeds. Now, this is a plant that I pollinated the pumpkin on. Let's just do a plant walk around right now, because this plant is getting humongous. So we got our stump. This stump is getting huge. Our leaves looking real good. No bugs that I can see anywhere. I don't want to jinx myself, but we haven't had any bug problems. So yeah, I need to bury vines again, but we got side vines coming out. Big side vine right here. Side vines coming out right here. Let's come over to this side. Side vines coming out all over here. Big plant. And then our main vine, this is probably a 20-foot long plant by now. Our main vine is right over here. Kind of hidden by the plants, but now I have exciting news. The pumpkin that we pollinated, it took, and we have a giant pumpkin on. Well, a mini giant pumpkin. Look at that. There's our little blossom that we pollinated, and our pumpkin is about the size of a baseball right now, about the size of my hand. It's looking really good so far. It's nice and hard, not mushy. The stem's intact. Let me get you guys in there. So, looking good. Stay tuned, because that pumpkin's gonna start gaining some weight, and then if worst comes to worst, that will rot and we have another pumpkin right up here, but hopefully we don't have to do that. So yeah, plant's looking really good. On to the next one. This plant is doing pretty good, not as good as the other one, but pretty big, probably 15 foot long, and we do have a pumpkin on this one. I haven't pollinated it yet. This pumpkin is looking really good so far. It's got a flower on it. It's not mushy. It is gonna bloom tomorrow, it looks like. I can tell from how yellow the tip of it is, and it's about to bloom. So I'll come out here tomorrow, which is actually today for you guys, Thursday. I'll be pollinating that. So yeah, I'll give you a better look at that pumpkin plant. Looking real good. And then this watermelon plant, I still don't know. This is our best plant for a while, and then it just started dying off, getting this yellow leaf stuff. Our leaves just crumbling up and dying. I really don't know. The one time I had this happen, I got ants in my stump and they ate all my vines, but my stump's intact. I don't know. I really don't know. It just died so fast I really didn't have time to do anything. I think that plant's probably gone. Here is our new biggest plant. I'm pretty sure this plant is humongous. Our vines are growing together just like the other ones. Needs to do a better job at keeping those like that, but vines come out over here. I need to direct that back onto the mat, but that plant is getting humongous. Hopefully this plant doesn't get what that plant had. I need to actually just cut that plant off and get it out of there in case it has some kind of disease. Alright, last but not least, our other watermelon plant. It comes way up here, goes all throughout here. I think this plant's gonna be one of our best plants. We need to get watermelons on because we're kind of falling behind. So, well, hopefully in a few weeks we'll have some watermelons on. Now our pumpkin plant that we planted, we had to pull it over there. And we planted it back over here. We planted it, where's the stump at? The stump is right here, down in that grass. And I planted it thinking, oh, we can't let it go to waste. And all the original leaves died. And then I came out here a few weeks ago and it started to have new leaves. And the main vine's actually right here. And it's thrown off a pretty big side vine right there, so that's pretty funny. So, yeah. Well, guys, it's getting real cloudy and windy. I think we have rain on the way. I know this was a short video. I've been so busy this week and weekend with everything going on. We've been at the lake, 4th of July. So, I'm sorry I only had one video out this week, and this is kind of a shorter video, but it's better than nothing. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. We finally have a pumpkin on. Stay tuned for weekly updates on Thursday at 3 o'clock. Hold me to it. I've been pretty good at posting, so yeah, hopefully next week we'll have a soccer ball sized pumpkin to show you guys. So yeah. Alright guys, go down there, ring the notification bell, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next video.